pretty dramatic, man. That's Devil's Head. That's the one that I was looking at. Hey everyone, Mark of the Trail here. I'm up in the Ghost area. Now I haven't been back here in a year and a half. I did my very first hike out here, based out of Calgary after I moved here. And the road was so awful that I had to use Transalta Road that I quickly decided to go and check out everything else. I was very happy to find that that road is kind of, you know, it stands on its own. Most of the other roads are quite good. I haven't had that problem again. One day I'll rent a truck and go down that road and go and explore a lot of the hiking down there, but yeah. Anyway, it's been a bit of an adventure getting here. This is the Mockingbird Lookout Trail. Here we go. I'm parked on the side of the road. This is not a provincial recreation site. There's the road going up to the lookout. And right there is Devil's Head. It's a pretty significant feature in the Ghost. And you got these guys on quads. That's the way it is, man. Public land use zones, you're allowed to have quadding and snowmobiling and stuff. So, yeah, you know, everyone's got to go have some fun some way, somehow, right? I mean, they're not allowed in the national parks, provincial parks, where everything is now closed. So, what do? Well, I'm going to a lookout tower, which means, and it's still in use, which means that there is a nice road heading up here. The nice thing about the quads is they've flattened everything for me. So, oh, look at that. Wonder where that goes. Interesting little cut line that was back there. Here's a gate, but there's lots of tracks heading up this thing. But yeah, it's immediately uphill. No surprise. Completely gorgeous day. My God. But yeah, that cut line went somewhere else entirely, and there were tracks going up it. There's some trails in the Kananaskis Trail guide detailed out here, but there's also a lot more that aren't. And God knows how much time you could spend exploring back here. Well, I've had my micro spikes on the whole time, but I probably didn't even need them. I'd more need them on the way down than anything else. We got another gate. This is 1,100 feet of climb, so, you know, definitely getting a little bit of sweat going on. The legs are going. You don't see a sign like that very often. And frankly, when you do, half the time you see a bunch of bullet holes in it. I've been hearing shooting going on down there. I heard that when I did the first hike I did out here. And I think there's a shooting range down there, so. Well, working away. After that sign, I feel like I'm actually not that far away from the lookout. Let's see. This is something you don't find too often. Someone stood it up, who obviously found it after someone left it behind. But how do you leave behind an entire pole? Most people use two for one. Yeah, whatever. It's there. Someone might come back and get it. Who knows? Well, it's obvious that if people weren't tramping this down, it would be a brutal snowshoe. So here, the trail goes up here. That's where everyone's tracks go, and then they walk on the dry stuff. I tried to walk this way, and that's what happened. I sunk like a foot. So, yeah, pretty obvious what would happen if this wasn't a popular trail. I think the big reason it is because there's 2 kids' camps nearby, and so a lot of people know this trail because those camps bring their campers out here and they go hike it. So that's where the knowledge of this guy comes from. And then people come back 10 years later with their families and all kinds of fun stuff. Well, everyone has now bailed on the road. It is completely pristine. They're taking a shortcut up here. Or I think the road just comes around and meets up with everything, so. Yep. All right. Can only imagine the view I'm going to get of the Ghost Valley when I get up here. It is so gorgeous. The last time I did a hike, it was blue skies also, and it was such a wonderful hike. You come and do hikes in the crap sometimes, not a lot of views, low clouds, snow. And when this comes along, oh my God, you love it so much. There's the most specific sign of all time, 183, not 4, not 2, 3 meters. Cool. I think there's very unlikely anyone lives up here right now in the winter, especially because there's no skidoo tracks going up and giving supplies, but I'll still try to be respectful. It's a working lookout. Well, even if it's an old lookout, I'm not gonna do stuff, right? That's a neat sign. I wonder what the story is behind that guy. Yesterday, got a decent little dusting of snow. Now, if you come out the very day after one of those, you'll get these beauties. It's very pretty. Only lasts a day or two, and then it's all melted off. But it does mean you got to watch out for falling snow. And indeed, every so often you will get nailed. This is pretty dramatic, man. That's Devil's Head. That's the one that I was looking at. Down here we got a nice little hangout area for when this thing is occupied. This is awesome. I'm about ready to head back. You know me, I'm always looking for some crazy way to go back. A different way than I took. This cut line here hooks up with the other cut line that had brushed off the road there and had footprints going up it. So I came up here and had a look, and I find some footprints heading down too. So I might just find a pee hole or a pile of poop. But, I got tons of time. Go try it out. It's not going too bad. Interestingly, these tracks go up but not down. So someone climbed this, and they had to work really hard once they got up in that opening because it was deep. So huge respect, my God. Here's the cut line. It's all been kind of fenced off, which is interesting. I always wonder, you know, why bother? Anyway, I think I might go a little farther and then put on the snowshoes. I'm in the cut line now. I come down to a rather flat nut area and then I find tracks. I think somebody like climbed all the way up here and then skied down and snowboarded down this thing. It's kind of neat. Can't have a better view to hike to right now. Pretty sweet. Now it's going all right. Been able to kind of slip and slide my way down. You can see how far this cut line goes. They're amazing. They go a long ways. According to my app, the bottom of this, I'm gonna hit the other cut line that goes that way that I saw the footprints going up. So I'll be able to re-intercept the trail that has a bunch of footprints on it. All right, this cut line kind of becomes untended now and you intercept another one. I've been hearing gunshots down there. I think that's just a bunch of guys out there who just shooting off guns. And then this is the one I saw, and I have 1.6 kilometers to go to intercept that trail. You can see what I got to work with, so there's some work to do. Now that I'm a little higher, I can actually see there's a truck down there. That's who's shooting stuff. There's another cut line down there, so they must have taken the truck up that. But it would take me back to the Papyrus Valley Road, like way down from where my car is. I have no interest in that. This is hard work. Someone poles hold it, but that's not the same as doing it with snowshoes. Oh, this is going to be a very long 1.5 kilometers if it stays like this. Just sinking. I don't know who's crazy enough to come post hole it. Just some big boots. I'm finding it a lot of work. Just in my snowshoes, so. But they did. Oh. Well, coming down that hill wasn't bad, but coming back up here, it's got me breathing pretty hard. Looks like I might have to go back up a little bit here, but you know. But when I saw this cut line break off from where I was, it said, you know, it was nicely tamped down, and boy, I've been hammering through deep snow for 800 meters so far. Still got a kilometer to go. At least there's the post holing. Oh, makes it a touch easier. Woo! I'm getting a workout now. Finally. Someone even brought a sled up here. So, and then there's something up here. Well, Mount Sweat Lodge. You know, it doesn't have that teepee shape. No prayer sashes around. Fire pit with beer cans. And down here, there's probably a log where they poop. Huh. Cool. Spot for a tent, maybe. I like it. Oh, you even got a saw up here. Well, this is pretty, yeah. Not bad at all. Cool. Okay, well now this is going to be much, much easier. The snowshoe tracks and all kinds of stuff. Now this is what I envisioned. All right. I had to climb up another hill, but it's so much easier with the tracks. The trail is just down here. Oh. I thought about not putting that camp on camera, just so, you know, it kind of remains a secret. But when you come to something like this, like, come on, man. Why should I do you any favors? I'm gonna pick that up myself. And this video will probably get like 50 to 100 views anyway, so yeah. Not too worried about it. Not anymore. All right, down there is the road. You can see that people go up the cut line that direction with quads and stuff. There's the Mockingbird Lookout trail, and my car is just down there. Always nice to get the wet shoes off and everything dry. I have an old running shirt on. It's nice to get the jacket off too. I've been leaving the jacket on because I don't want to like have my sweaty shirt on my car. So now I've got a sheet on my seat. It's funny that I still don't want to get sweat on my 13-year-old car. Like, talk about taking care of something a little long after it's, it owes me nothing and I owe it nothing. Anyway, all right, now I'm gonna go and part of the reason I'm up here is so now on the way back through Cochrane, I can go and drop off my 100 subscriber giveaway stuff to the winners who live in Cochrane. So yeah, that's really the reason I drove all the way up here, but I had a fun hike up here. It was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Get out there and hike.